Hi guys, we're here to do a video really quick about this fantastic banding here that you see. I'm sure some of you have seen French crosses on the back of Philip Neri's or even on the back of a Roman chasuble made of this, this banding here. So a couple of things I want to point out about this banding and how we can put it together and make it look as nice as possible, okay? So the first thing you're going to do is when you're putting this type of cross together is you're going to make sure that the center of your French cross goes in the middle of a pattern. Typically this this flower pattern is what you want. So I did one strip going down, and it's one strip. You see this is pointing upward, okay? And then I cut out two pieces, these pieces here, see this, two pieces like this, and then I point them outward. So really, one of these pieces is already together, but, sorry, this piece goes outward and that piece goes outward. So I cut out two pieces with this block pattern at the bottom, and then I faced them outward so that we have symmetry here. Okay, and then I took the flower patterns and I cut those squares out. Now I want you to look really close here. I zigzagged all of my stuff together, okay? We zigzagged this together. Now later, once we get everything put together, I'm gonna put a red stitch. If you look really closely, you can see that everything in this pattern, or in this orphery banding, is outlined in this burgundy stitch here. So to cover up this zigzag, I'm going to use, and I use this bronze color to zigzag it, I'm going to use a burgundy stitch and do a straight stitch right over the top of all of that. Okay, and same here. But what this does is if you zigzag it, it keeps these from popping out and there being a gap here. Okay, so if you were just a straight stitch here and straight stitch here, then you might still have like, you might have this popping effect where they can fold in, and you'll see this white, see like this white edging, okay? And that's not what you want. Okay, so that's our first step, is that we've laid this cross out, see this, and we've stitched it all the way down, all right? So all of this is stitched, down. The next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add, and there's a couple of things that you can do for this. Okay, I've seen it done a number of different ways. Personally, my favorite and the easiest and the most cost-effective is to use gold cording. This is small gold cording. It's this one here from Palladia, okay? And if you look, you lay this down next to it, okay? And then you zigzag this on using a metallic thread. I like to use metallic thread for this, okay? Right there, all right? And I'm gonna show you how this looks, because I did this on my orphery banding. So because the edge of this banding is like white, okay, see that? Because this is an embroidered banding, you have this white edge, and I just feel like it doesn't look finished on its own. It looks okay right here, laying down flat, but it's just really unfinished in my opinion. So I add this gold cording. See this? Beautiful gold cording. It really pops it off. And then I take my burgundy thread and I do that stitch. So this gold cording is zigzagged on, if you can see really close here. And then the burgundy thread, I do a straight stitch right down the top. It really just gives it that little bit of extra color. It's a finishing touch. Is it 100% necessary? No, but does it make it look nicer? Yes, okay? Now, some people, if you're getting really fancy, we'll put like this 5/8 inch galloon down next to this, okay? Now this is an option. If you're wanting a wider cross, if you're wanting a bigger cross, you can put this 5-inch galloon down right next to that. But one of the best ways to go ahead and cut this out is to use, you know, this is about, this yardstick here is about 1.5 inches wide, okay? So I know I could do a cross that's 1.5 inches wide on each side, like this, all right? And to show that gold, like you're gonna want this gold to show. And then on the other side of that 1.5 inch of gold is where we're gonna end up, let's see, laying this guy right here, okay? So essentially it'll look like this, okay? Like it'll be, you know, we're gonna lay that down, stitch it down. It's gonna have this here, and then you can have your 1.5 inches of gold, or you can just do 1 inch. So I think my plan is gonna be actually to do 2 inches. Okay, so I'm gonna take my big guy here, and I'm gonna lay it 2 inches out from my cross, and I'm gonna draw my line, okay, and then this gold cord is gonna, or this gold galloon here is gonna go 1 inch in. So really we're gonna end up with like a 1 inch gold band like this, okay, approximately like that. It's not too much gold, but it's not too little gold either. Now, if you were doing this around your edge, for example, like that, then yeah, you would want to go out further so you could see this gold. See that? So you could have your banding, your narrow gold galloon, your gold inlay, and then your wide gold galloon, okay? And you want this cut off somewhere in between there. You'd want to go a little further, maybe 2.5 inches or so out, to give yourself enough space to do that, okay? So once I'm done with that, once I get this cut out, okay, at my, you know, two inches out, I'm gonna cut the gold out, okay, all the way around once I measure 2 inches out. And then I'm gonna go ahead and lay my gold cord, zigzag it. I'm gonna go ahead and do all my red stitching, and then I'm gonna lay my gold galloon, and I'm gonna tack this, well, I'll tack this down onto my face fabric, and then I'm gonna lay my gold galloon. Okay, so I hope that was helpful. In the past, I've just cut out my French cross kind of how I normally would, but what I found was like these were not, you know, the spots at the end, like on these ends and around your corners here, were not as uniformly wide as you had going around your long straight areas right here. So it was like, you know, if I did a 6-inch cross, what I would normally do for a 6-inch cross, it would have a substantial amount of gold here, but then not a very substantial amount of gold here, or like right here. So I figured the better way to do this, after live and learn, right? The better way to approach it would be to go ahead and lay my orphery cross first, and then work out from there. So like add layers on as I go. So I'll go ahead and probably draw out my 2 inches, draw it, and then I will next go around and lay my gold cord before I go and I cut anything out. So if you have any questions, let me know. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. God bless.